Hey there, I'm Kelley Norton. I'm your AZ Realty lady. I'm a Valley native and a real estate agent of over 20 years right here in the Phoenix area. I help buyers and sellers that look to buy and sell homes in the Phoenix or the surrounding areas. So I'm going to also give you a little bit of education. Today's video is going to be some information for both buyers and sellers about down payments. So for a buyer, it's going to be about risks involved with your down payment, making sure you have the funds available and not losing all of your earnest money because of it. And for sellers, it's going to be making sure that you know and your agent knows how to kind of foreshadow and look into the future and make sure that there's not too much risk involved with that down payment. So we'll be right back with all the details for you, and remember, subscribe to the channel and click the bell and you'll be notified when I put up new videos.
Hi, I'm Kelley Norton, your AZ Realty lady at EXP Realty. Count on me for all things Arizona real estate.
All right, so welcome back, you guys. Again, for those of you that are new to my channel, I'm a real estate agent. I help people to buy and sell in the area. Texting and calling me if you have questions is the best way to reach me, but all my details are in the description. And remember, subscribe to the channel and click the bell and like the video and comment. It helps me, okay? All right, so I'm gonna give you a little story about something that happened probably about 6 or 7 years ago in my career. So I am representing the seller, and we have an agent that is representing his own daughter and her fiance. So they have written an offer. We've looked at it. They've got a down payment, first-time home buyers. So I ask some tough questions when I get a contract that comes over on my listings, and I want to know, where are these down payment funds coming from? And in this case, they were coming from the gentleman that is representing the buyer, the agent and dad, and then also the fiance, the soon-to-be husband's parents. So funds are coming from two different places. This has a little bit of added risk, which is why this is also geared towards sellers. So I always find out where the down payment money is coming from. But not all agents do, because on my own contracts that I write, for buyers, a lot of times the seller's agents don't even call the lender. They don't call me, they just accept the offer, which is great for me and my buyer. But when you have someone representing you to sell your home, you got to make sure that they're doing this legwork to help minimize issues in the future, but also help you know what risk is involved, okay? So here's what happens. So we get several weeks in. I can't remember at exactly what point, but we were getting close to where the loan was going to be qualified, fully qualified. So maybe like a week and a half, 2 weeks away from closing. I get a call from the other realtor. And sometimes your heart sinks because you're like, oh God, they're not calling to schedule a final walkthrough. They're not calling to schedule a home inspection. And I'm the one who calls them to follow up at this phase. There weren't any repairs that needed to be done. So I'm going, oh shoot. So he says, hey, we have a little bit of a problem. There's a little bit of a tiff happening in the family, and the other party is no longer willing to give the down payment money. And oh my gosh, I mean, my heart really felt for his daughter, right? And for that couple, because they were planning on buying this home. They've already spent money on appraisal, inspection, like they are already ready to move, and now all of a sudden they can't buy the home because there's some kind of feud happening in the family. Well, the agent was saying, so we're going to go ahead and cancel, and he sends over a cancellation, and it says on there, refund the buyer's earnest money. I'm the agent for the seller. That earnest money is not going to the buyer, and this is why. In our contract, not having your down payment is not a reason for an unfulfilled loan contingency and a return of the earnest deposit. And this is an agent on the other side, experienced agent, but little details in the contract, a lot of agents just don't know or understand them. And I'm constantly trying to, fill this brain of mine with information so that I can share it with people and educate. And I mentor and coach other agents too. And guys, this is so important, because that poor agent, now he's in a situation where they're now losing the money. So $6,000, by the way. And for newlywed, people that are about to be married, we know how expensive weddings are. Like, this is crazy. It's so, so sad. And I felt terrible for him. But no matter what my heart felt, I am obligated to the seller, and I'm going to fight for my seller. And that's what I had to do. So we got that earnest money. We got that $6,000 for that seller. So guys, as a buyer, you have to remember, if you're being gifted money, you want to make sure that you have that money in your bank account, or you need to talk to your lender to be sure like how it needs to go. Maybe it gets sent right to the title company in the beginning, just so that someone can't use that as leverage against you. It's just really risky. But a lot of people need down payment assistance, and that's okay. That's absolutely fine. But you want to make sure that it's really safe so that this kind of situation doesn't happen. Now, for a seller, make sure that you have an agent that is going to verify, like I did, where those funds were coming from. We knew the inherited risk going into it. And you know what? When they wrote the offer, the earnest money was $2,000. How much did I tell you that the seller got from the buyer? $6,000. We tripled it because there's a little higher risk for my seller. So remember, you want to make sure you have an agent that's going to look at all these little nuances to help protect you the best, show you what, maybe an inherited risk, and then you make the decision on it. So all I can do is my best to help minimize damage if something does go bad in the end, and kind of give you the pros and cons of it and let you make the decision. But really, really important stuff. So again, I'm Kelley Norton, the AZ Realty Lady. I hope that you found that useful. So remember, down payments, there's a little bit more to it. So make sure that you are aware and that you have someone by your side to help you. Take care and have an awesome day. And don't forget, subscribe to the channel and click the bell. Take care. Bye.